Hi everyone! Oh, please let this be working. Let me just check that it is streaming into Happy Fest. Let me see. Oh, if anybody can see me, comment so I know that you're there. Gillian, yes, it's worked, it's worked. Brilliant. Welcome to Happy Fest. I am so excited about this afternoon. Have you seen the lineup that we have for Happy Fest? I am so grateful to each and every one of these absolutely top of their game speakers who have given up their time to come and help you out with some business wisdom, nuggets, motivation today. So if you know me, hello, remember me? If you don't, my name is Julie Begbie. I am a happiness psychologist and business mentor. I am all about helping people work out what they need to do to create the business of their dreams and then helping them with the mindset stuff. So all the, basically, what we know is there's probably nothing any of us, including me, is going to tell you today that you couldn't have Googled or read in a book. But what today is all about and what I am all about and the people that I have gathered for Happy Fest is about action taking. So my challenge for you today is to watch I suggest all, but as much as possible of the sessions that we've got right through to, we'll finish up at about 8 o'clock tonight. You can have it on in the background, right? You don't need to sit and fully watch everything, although you might find that helpful, particularly for this one, because I'm going to be showing you some things. Everything will be available on replay for a week as well. So you will have, oh, yay, brilliant. Now, yeah, if anybody knows anything about Facebook groups and streaming, you will know the Facebook group streaming all changed last Monday. And there is a workaround, which I've done, and obviously it's working, but it means that I'm not able to see the chat in the same way as I could before. Now I can see it over on the other screen, but I can only see when you've commented right that second. As soon as it disappears, I'm not going to be able to see it again. What that means, though, is at the end of this, I will go back through. So if anybody's asked any questions or there's anything that I haven't picked up on, I'll go back and I will answer you in text after this. So just so that you know, I don't want you to think that I'm being rude. It's how Facebook groups have changed. Who knows why? Who knows why? There's maybe something else coming that's going to make this a lot easier. But at the moment, it's just an absolute pain in the arse. Just get myself sorted. Right. So we're right through to 8 o'clock tonight. If you're watching this on replay, hello, and thank you for watching this on replay. The first session of Happy Fest is delivered by me. It's delivered by me. So I am going to be talking about AI for small business success. Now, you probably have heard about Chat GPT particularly. That's the one I'm going to focus on. But are you using it? And are you using it in the best way? So like everything, again, if you're not familiar with me, my memberships are all about, so I've got a launch school, a success school, I've got a membership for people who are setting up memberships and training programs. And then I've got my inner circle where we just add in basically a weekly Zoom call, a weekly group Zoom call, which adds in the accountability and you get that kind of chance to speak to me every week. Anyway, within that, I know that we have the recipe. We have the recipe for success. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're getting that success as easily as possible. And that's where we do need to lean into AI. And I will tell you a bit more about why I am so confident that you need to lean into AI at the end of my session. But also it just makes things quicker. Like for those blank pieces of paper moments that you've maybe experienced before, AI is going to change that. It's going to make things a lot easier for you. So when we make the process a lot easier, it becomes your success or lack of the success that you would want becomes more about your mindset. And we've got lots of practical and mindset stuff coming up over the afternoon, delivered by me and also by the amazing guest speakers. So just so you know, I am on from 2 o'clock. Each of these sessions will probably be not very great at timing. So say 45 minutes would be the maximum, including questions, because we're going to need to kind of reboot, load up the next one, give you a chance to go and get a cup of tea in between the sessions. So I'm on at 2. We've got Polly Hearsay on at 3 o'clock, and Polly is going to talk about energy and a magnetic business. I love me a bit of business woo. So I'm so intrigued to hear what Polly has to say, and I absolutely recommend that you keep your mind open for that. It looks amazing. The content of her talk looks amazing. At 4 o'clock, we've got the incredible Jo Swan from Chocolate PR, and Jo is delivering a session called Celebrating You with PR. Jo is super successful. Like, just Google chocolate PR. Like, she's absolute. I cannot wait to see what Jo has to share with us. I'm really, really, really excited about all of the guests. At 5 o'clock, we have Nikki Hutchison, who is also like top of her game in marketing. Nikki, it also has the wonderful the wonderful gift of being my friend. So I know Nikki in real life, but the stuff that Nikki does is just amazing. She's got this incredible podcast, which I know she's just about to kind of change up. But the stuff Nikki knows about marketing, she's been working in marketing for many, many years. And again, if you're in my memberships, you'll know this, but just to explain the sort of context of this. So I do marketing, mindset, and momentum as well, but I bring people on my journey. So I'm learning it for my business, and I bring in the experts. So I am not here positioned as an expert in anything. And when I tell you about Chat GPT shortly, and when I do my session later on, and when I do my regular sessions within my memberships, I'm not here to go, I am the absolute guru in this. So, here is all the information. What I am doing is going, I have access to those gurus, which we've got coming up today. Let's learn it together. And most importantly, let's implement one thing. If you just take one thing from each of these sessions today, track your business success and just watch the stats going up. So very, very excited. So very excited about Polly, very excited about Jo, very excited about Nikki. And then the fabulous Amy Paul has just done a video within the group. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it yet, introducing herself, and she's going to be here at 6, and she's going to talk about cracking your own procrastination code. That's a biggie. Like, that is huge. I would be really surprised if there's anybody on here going, no, procrastination isn't an issue for me. I see so much of it, and I see so much of it in me as well. So all of these, I can't wait to learn the nuggets that I'm going to get from these experts today. And then, so they are the experts, they are the gurus in the field, and I am the facilitator, learner, like coordinator who's bringing them to you. And we're learning together. And then the very last session that I've got tonight at 7 o'clock, and you can sit and have your tea during these sessions. I am not going to eat between now and 8 o'clock, so it's going to be good for my health plan. So between 7 and 8, I'm gonna just talk about mindset stuff. So my session is called Laughing All the Way to the Bank. There are a couple of comedians that I absolutely love, but they're also incredibly wise. So I'm going to tell you about the lessons I've learned from some of my favorite comedians. So it's a slightly interesting angle on mindset stuff. So practical strategies, mindset, and momentum. I want you to be looking for actions, and we're going to take them and make those changes to our business, or make those enhancements to our business off the back of attending here today. Hello everybody. Right, again, I can just briefly say I can only ever see the last 4 comments, so apologies if I'm not ignoring anybody. Comment if you really want me to see something. Comment again. Brilliant to see you, Yvonne. I love that you are working from home. That's okay. It's Friday afternoon. I think it's quite accepted on a Friday afternoon that things wind down a bit, isn't it? Hi, Erin. Erin is also my friend in real life. So I have got lots of friends through the internet that I totally love. And I genuinely believe that you can make really good friendships with people that you have never met, which includes Yvonne. But Erin is my actual. In fact, Erin and I went for a walk a couple of weeks ago. Erin is doing incredible things with her business at the moment. And Gillian is in the comments. Gillian is my head of happiness. If you haven't already come across her, if you haven't already had that pleasure, you will, because she's just, she's always there. She's incredible. Oh my goodness, there's Sarah as well. Sarah is my online and in real life friend because she literally lives up the road from me. Oh, thanks, Erin. Yeah, and I'm lucky to know you. I'm lucky to know all of you. Brilliant. Okay, let's talk about Chat GPT for small businesses now. I know Erin will be like, Julie's always harping on about Chat GPT. I feel that I've been trying to introduce people to Chat GPT since it became a thing. And now what I want to do, so I'm aware that a lot of you who know me or in my memberships are aware of Chat GPT. But I feel that I've sort of moved on a little bit with Chat GPT and I'm using it in a slightly different way and maybe for more things than you are. Let's see, you might not, you might be very techy and you might be all over this, but I just wanted to share in case this is helpful for you. So you're welcome to take screenshots of any of these slides. There isn't a workbook or anything, but this video, all of these sessions will be available for a week. So they'll be available until next Friday at 5 p.m. So you'll have a full week. You can watch them back, you can pause them, you can take notes, you can screenshot any of my slides, certainly. So I'm going to show you some things that I think you might want to take notes on. I would absolutely advise you from an action taking point of view to have a pen and a piece of paper, or even better, like a really lovely notebook that you love writing in and you know you're going to go back in and look at, so that you take with it, so that you challenge yourself, like I said at the beginning, to take one thing from every session. If you take one thing from every session, whoa, business is going to go through the roof. Okay, this is me. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Julie Begbie. I am an award-winning happiness psychologist and entrepreneur. These are two, I have had the most exciting start to the year, and I won't spend much time talking about myself here, but here's me with the oldest and the newest dragon. I am collecting dragons this year, and it was just an incredible privilege to meet both Theo Paphitis and Stephen Bartlett. And they were both so lots of people have said to me, because I talk about this a lot, right? I'm proud of it. Lots of people have said to me, is there something that connects Theo Paphitis and Stephen Bartlett? Like, is that, when you met them both, is there some, because they're both dragons, so, like, what, was there any kind of correlation between them? And what comes to mind immediately is both of them had long queues of people to meet them, right? They didn't, although I am an award-winning happiness psychologist, neither of them only wanted to meet me. They also had other people they wanted to meet. So I was really aware that they were like, the person in front of me, they were talking to them, the person behind me, they were talking to them. And I thought, this is going to be quite because their teams are there and they're like, move on, like, like have a quick chat and then it's time for the next person. So they were obviously trying to manage their time. These are very important people. But that isn't how it felt. And there's definitely something in this, and I'm going to come back to this in the last session of the day at 7 o'clock. So when I met Theo Paphitis, which was in February, he made me feel, that was in the ICC in Birmingham. ICC in Birmingham. And there were, I don't know, I'm not very good at numbers. There was thousands of people in the room. Yeah. Not sure how many thousand, but definitely more than 1,000 people in the room. And only, so he was only meeting the award winners. So there was maybe only, I don't know, 100 of those people, maybe not even 100 of those people that were meeting him. And when it came to my turn, and when I walked across to see him and get my photo taken, as you can see, and look at well, you probably can't see this because it's dead. It's quite a small photo, but he's holding my book. Look, this is the actual book that he held. Look, it's a bit battered. This one, it's got. This is the actual book. So I gave it to him as a gift, but then took it back. I didn't really mean to take it back, but I got flustered, and now I've got a book that Theo Paphitis has touched. Dead excited. Anyway, he made me feel like I was the only person in that room of thousands of people. Like he was so interested in what I did. He made me feel like I'd really won an Oscar. You know, he was so excited about giving out the award, and it was just amazing. And I'd listen to him speak during the day, and I met him right at the end of the day because it was a full event. And when I listened to him speak, I thought it was great, but I wasn't I don't know, I wasn't obsessed by him. Not obsessed by him, but that's not the correct word. But I just thought he was a really lovely man. When I walked away from meeting him, I just felt like we had this connection. Like, this sounds really weird. If anyone's just watched Baby Reindeer, this probably sounds completely stalkery. So I don't mean Theo and I are destined to be together. I just mean he makes you feel like you're important. And then to pull that thread together, I met Stephen Bartlett about a month later, just over a month later. And same thing, walked into the room to meet Stephen, and he's just standing there, and I'm thinking, I have no idea what to say to him. I'm like, oh, this is just massively awkward and embarrassing. And he immediately made me feel like he was dead excited to see me. In fact, he wrote, so I bought his book. I bought 3 of his books and got him to sign them all. But he wrote in my book, because I said, this is for me, he wrote, first of all, he said, I love your dress, which is why you see me wearing the same dress. I was going to put it on today for a laugh, but that dress that I met to meet Theo is the same dress that I met to meet Stephen. And Stephen said he loved my dress. And now this is like just a different version of the same dress. Now I have 8 versions of this dress because like Stephen Bartlett likes it. So, you know, like there's no better. Is there a better compliment than that? Anyway, he wrote in this book, in his book, Julie, you've got amazing energy. Dream big, Stephen Bartlett. Honestly, I was almost crying. Like, it just made me feel, he made me feel amazing. So anyway, I'm going to come back to this at our closing session at the end of today's festival. But let's get away from me and back onto Chat GPT. So what is Chat GPT? If you're not aware, Chat GPT is a super accessible form of artificial intelligence. And Chat GPT can be an amazing free virtual assistant for your small business. When you're starting out, so depending where you are in your business journey, it can be difficult to have a budget to outsource the things that you find challenging. Ultimately, that's where you want to be, because you want to spend as much of your time doing the stuff in your business that you love, and rightly so. But at the beginning, sometimes cash flow and finances don't allow for that. And this is where ChatGPT comes in. So what is it? I asked ChatGPT to give me a definition of ChatGPT. And it is on the screen here, so I'm just going to read it to you. ChatGPT is an advanced AI tool which can streamline your marketing, enhance your creativity, and provide quick, intelligent responses to help you grow your small business. How good does that sound, right? If you were interviewing for somebody and they could do all of that, so they could do your marketing, they could do some creative stuff for you, and they could be your sounding board to grow your business, you'd want them, right? So if you don't already have a ChatGPT account, this is the link. So you can just pause this screen and you'll see it's chat.openai.com. That is the link that you need. You can set up a free account or you can pay. Now, start with a free account. and see what you get on. It is now something that I pay for and would not be without, because I use it every single day. The difference between the paid and the free account is you have a limit to how long you can use the free account. So the free account is plenty to start with and make sure that you think it's useful for you. But ultimately, when you're using it a lot, it's a great investment. It's only about £20 a month, something like that. Okay. Now, I have started using Risen Chat GPT prompts. If you have not heard of Risen, now there are a number of different frameworks for Chat GPT. So without any guidance, and at the beginning, what I did is you open Chat GPT and you type into it, I want to create a Facebook post that sells Side Hustle Success School to people, to small business owners, and it'll come up with something like in seconds, and it'll be okay. It'll be a little bit computery. Like, I find that if someone is just using ChatGPT, or I'm not saying ChatGPT is the only one. There's a number of other AI ones out there. I think ChatGPT is the most accessible if you're unfamiliar with AI. I can tell if someone has just asked ChatGPT to write something and it's not been tweaked. What I want to do is to show you how to use ChatGPT in a way that makes it your voice, that it's going to teach it how you like to work and how it can help you. And I'm going to show you how that looks in terms of the Risen ChatGPT prompt. So, what is the Risen framework? We want to tell ChatGPT its role. So we want to say something like, act as a mentor, act as a copywriter, act as a content creator. So you want, or act as, like, so this morning I was doing something for my day job on an HR policy, and I was like, act as a UK HR employment lawyer. Now you have to check things. So ChatGPT is still learning. Artificial intelligence is still learning. It is really hard to predict what it's going to look like in a few years' time, because it has already like completely changed the landscape for small business owners, in my opinion. But it's not infallible. So if it tells you that, for example, UK small business legislation says this, or employment legislation says this, I need to go off and double check that. And that's where working in conjunction with ChatGPT is a really good way to add even more value, speed up what you do, and spend more time doing those things that only humans can do. At the moment, who knows what ChatGPT will be able to do in the first place. So R is for role. I is for input. So give it the information, give it the backstory, like tell it what's the context of this. And I'm going to show you some examples so that this makes sense to you. But what's the context of what it is you're asking it to do? So it's not looking for out in the internet where it's pulling its information from. It's not looking for just generic examples. It's looking for what specifically, so where is this? So it might be, you might want to say, I am entering an awards, like I'm pitching for entering an awards ceremony. And awards, what would it be? I want to see if I can be chosen for an award. There'll be a better way of saying that. This is the questions that it's asking me. I want to answer it in 500 words. These are the things I want to say. So you're not going to go create an awards application for me and give it no information, because it's just going to come up with a whole load of nonsense. But if you say, what I want to say is, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what my mission is, these are my values, when you give it all of the information, it can then structure it very, very quickly in a way and within a word count that's going to work for an awards application, for example. S is for steps. Outline the steps you want it to take. So you could say, I want you to write me 3 paragraphs that each total 100 words, and I want you to make sure that it's done in a persuasive way that's going to work for an award judge. Expectation. Set clear outcomes that you expect from the interaction. So tell it, right, this is exactly what I expect you. So I want you to write it in first person, or I want you to write it in third person. I want you to write it in plain English. I want you to write it in an academic manner. I want you to write it conversationally. Like, tell it what is the expectation, because it doesn't know. Now, the great thing about the Risen framework is the more you use this and the more you have a preference as to how you use it, then your version of Chat GPT. So when you sign into Chat GPT, you'll create an account and it remembers all of your past information. So if you say, once you kind of use the Risen framework once, you can say, now I want to use the Risen framework for this thing, and it will remember what you've already said. It will remember your values. It will remember how you prefer it to the tone that you prefer to use. It will remember if you like plain English. It will remember if you want to go write it for a reading age of 14 or 12, or, and I think in terms of internet, like bringing reading ages right down is a great thing to do. Without those expectations, I find ChatGPT is very flowery. It says a lot of, for me, it says a lot of, do you want to elevate your status? You're like, ugh, that's not language I would use. And it just sounds very ChatGPT. So when I see other people elevating, I just go, ChatGPT. And then that it doesn't put me off, but I can see it. I can see it. And then the N for Risen is for narrowing. So this is where you want to go, okay, is there a specific focus that you want the AI to respond, that you want ChatGPT to respond in? So if there's boundaries, if it's like, I want you to include this, but not include this, do not like include this, or only take the examples from the last year of my life, or whatever. So let me give you some specific examples so this makes a little bit more sense. Practical applications of Risen. Okay. So the first one, planning a dream holiday. One of my absolute favorite things to do. Anybody that knows me will know that I am pretty much always planning a dream holiday. So if we look at, I'm not going to read all of this out to you, but I have pre-prepared, just copy and paste this, the Risen framework. So I am going on a cruise in 5 weeks. I cannot wait. The couple that we're going with text this morning to say, this time, in 5 weeks' time, we will be on our way to Southampton. So excited. And we've just, he's one of the other couple who we're going with, our kind of two, so it's myself, my husband, and our two best friends. And Paul has, not my husband, the other one, has just booked a restaurant in Southampton. So that's all going on just before I came live here. It's all very exciting. These are the stops of my cruise, our cruise. What I want to do is I want to see, can ChatGPT tell me what to do in each of these ports, right? That feels like something that's of great interest to me. So I'm going to just stop sharing this. And I'm going to get ChatGPT up. I'm going to show you my screen. Let's see, is it going to allow me to do that? Yes, here we go. So this is what it looks like. This is the text box, and I'm going to go paste, just so that you're not watching me one finger typing all of that out. Look how quickly, if you've not seen Chat GPT before, look how quickly this responds. Certainly below is it, so again, it might be a bit small for you. A tailored itinerary for a cruise from Southampton in June 2024, stopping at Santander, etc. Budget of £1,000. The itinerary balances fun, relaxation, and exploration while considering a gluten-free diet. My friend is gluten-free. So look at that. Breakfast. Enjoy a hearty gluten-free breakfast at the Artisan Cafe in Southampton. Pick up any last-minute essentials at West Quay Shopping Centre. Now, having been down to Southampton last year for another cruise, I know that West Quay Shopping Centre is a good shout. Then we've got morning, when you get into Santander, start your visit with this art centre designed by Renzo Piano, offering stunning views over the bay. and grab a gluten-free sack at Silicio Santander. In the afternoon, visit the Palacio de Magdalena. I'll not try and pronounce the words. In Lisbon, it's go and try this monastery, try the famous custard tarts. I did try those. I was in Lisbon last year. I did try those. They're amazing. That's a great shout. Take a scenic tram ride, £3 per person. Brilliant. LX Factory, shopping, art and dining, including gluten-free restaurants. And then it's telling me how much public transport costs. Lexios, beautiful bookshop. Look at that. Oh, I'm good. So I'm not going to read all of this out to you because I know you're not going on the cruise with me, but I am saving this and I'm going to have a good look. In fact, I'm going to send it across in our WhatsApp chat to the people that I'm going on a cruise with. You can see at the bottom, it's going packing essentials, comfortable walking shoes, lightweight rain jacket, sunscreen and hats, layers, gluten-free snacks for on the go. Look at that. And look how quickly that happened. Now, without the resin framework, I could have said, give me an itinerary for each of those ports. But what you can see it's done is it's personalized this to me. So I've told it, I want it to be a travel agent. I've told it, I want a list of activities in each destination within a 10-mile radius of the port, focusing on our interests. I want port visits that balance fun, relaxation, and exploration. I want activities that are best value for money and are easily accessible from the ports. And I want to take into that will create lasting memories and take into consideration one person has a gluten-free diet. So by using the resin framework, I have given Chat GPT so much information that I have got a really, really high quality response from it. Right, let me show you a different one. So I've got, let's go one that's business related now. I just like to show you. I just wanted to actually do that for my holiday. So this one is around acting as a branding and marketing expert. So generate a business name for a new cafe that specializes in organic coffee and locally sourced pastries. The name should be unique, catchy, and reflect the organic and local community values. Brainstorm keywords related to coffee, organic products, and local community values. Combine them with keywords creatively to form business names. Give me 10. So again, it's really good to tell ChatGPT how many answers you want. So give me 10 unique and catchy business names that reflect the cafe's focus on coffee and local sourcing. Include a sentence about the name. Avoid names that are too long or difficult to pronounce. And look what it's done. Bean Roots Cafe, Eco Brew Nook. Oh, I like that. Local Leaf Cafe, Pure Blend Corner, Harvest Hub Cafe, Green Grind Cafe, the Organic Bean Community Grounds, Hometown Brews, and Eco Sip Cafe, with explanations under each of them. When you get, so say you look at that and you were looking for a name for your business or a name for a program or a new product that you're creating, what I would do is I would look down that and I would go, right, I really like Eco Brew Nook. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to tell it, I love Eco Brew Nook. Give me 5 similar. This is why I didn't type it all in. You can see I'm a typing disaster. 5 similar suggestions. So, and it's friendly. It's like, I'm glad you liked Eco Brew Nook. Here are 5 similar suggestions. Eco Bean Haven, Green Cup Retreat, Eco Cafe Hideaway, etc. Yeah. So you want to be treating ChatGPT in the same way as you would treat a virtual assistant. Like it's your friend. You're going, imagine your friend said, here's 10 names that I think might be brilliant for you, for your new business. And you would go, oh, I really love that one. Oh, let's brainstorm that one. They go, well, what about this? So it becomes a conversation. And the longer you use ChatGPT and the more you hone it down and the more you tell it what you like, the quicker it becomes for you to use, and then it just becomes, it's such a brilliant business model because it just becomes indispensable. Okay, let me show you another one. What about social media posts? Lots of people would love help with social media posts. So let me show you this one. So act your role as a social media marketer. Write a social media post to promote my upcoming Happy Fest event for entrepreneurs, highlight the opportunity to learn from industry leaders and gain insights into growing their business. Okay, keep the post under 100 words and include a call to action. Here we go. Join calling all visionaries. Now, the first thing I would think when I look at this is there's quite a few emojis. You need to decide if that's for you or not. If you don't like emojis, you can just say to Chat GPT, rewrite without emojis, or don't include emojis in my answers. I am an emoji fan, so I'm happy with that. Where it's got here, date, insert date, location, insert location. If I had put that in the beginning, if I had said register at juliebegbie.com/happyfest, it would have inserted that. If I had put location online, it would have added that. So again, you look at that and go, all right, when I'm doing that risen prompt again, I'll add in some extra detail, and then I won't need to spend as much time kind of narrowing it or tweaking it. Include an engaging image of a past event or an inspiring entrepreneur setting. Nice. An inspiring entrepreneur setting. I'll need to think about that. Okay. So I'm really sorry. If anybody's asking any questions, I can't see it at the moment, but I want to show you another couple, and then I will take any questions that you've got. So the next one is about product descriptions. So for those of you that have product listings, this is a great one. So here we go. You're a creative copywriter who specializes in writing product descriptions for small handmade product-based businesses selling online. So can you see how I'm being really specific here? I'm not going, you're a copywriter, act as a copywriter. That's where I started. And this is why I want to share this with you. Like, I started going act as a copywriter, and that did make things better. But when I go, you're a creative copywriter who specializes in writing product descriptions for small handmade product-based businesses selling online, then that is my Theta Jewelry business. And I know that that will apply to a lot of you. So I wanted to share this. Again, you're welcome to pause the video and just use this. Like you can use any of these messages. It's absolutely fine. The product you're describing is a personalized hand stamped necklace, which is something that I make. Make sure that you start with an engaging introduction that captures the sentimental value of the handmade heart necklace and the appreciation card. I'm not going to read it all to you. So look what Chat GPT has come up with in seconds. Unlock the magic of heartfelt giving with our personalized hand stamped heart necklace. So the first thing I would do there is I would go, I don't want to call it our personalized hand stamped heart necklace. I want to call it the personalized hand stamped heart necklace. I think when you're a business of one and you do a lot of our and we, it just sounds a bit like, I don't know. Some people like it. I don't like it. So that would be my personal preference. This exquisite piece, meticulously crafted from high quality stainless steel, embodies elegance and enduring charm. That's a wee bit, so I would go, that's a wee bit fancy. So I'm going to go rewrite in plain English. And it should, yeah, so don't worry, you'll see spell mistakes when I'm typing in. It's very good at like overcoming or just overlooking spell mistakes. So look, now it's taken away some of the flowery language. So the necklace is great for birthdays, anniversaries, anytime you want to give a meaningful gift. It's a beautiful way to show love and appreciation. Customize your necklace today and give a present that will be treasured forever. Lovely, lovely. Okay, that's how to use it for product descriptions. I'm just going to show you one more. And I'm going to show you how you could actually ask it to create a full schedule of social media content. So what am I asking it here? Serve as a digital marketing consultant and content creator, formulating a dynamic social media content schedule that addresses the unique needs of Happy Side Hustle. What you really need to do is you need to prime it. So because I've used ChatGPT a lot, it understands what Happy Side Hustle is. When you use it for the first time, you need to tell it a bit about yourself. You need to say, hey, ChatGPT, this is me, this is my business, this is my values. And once you do that, it then will use that. It will take that into account when it gives you any sort of response. So, let's see. So create a content schedule that will engage, educate, and entertain small business owners looking to launch and grow their businesses across platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Here we go. Certainly. Here's a dynamic 7-day social media content plan. Day 1, Monday motivation. So it's showing you what to do on Facebook and Instagram, what to do on TikTok. Tuesday tips, Wednesday wisdom, Thursday throwback, feature Friday, social Saturday, success Sunday. This is not perfect by any means, and it doesn't replace like a digital content creator. But what it does is it stops you from not doing anything. It stops you from going, right, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to post. If you don't know where to start and you don't know what to post, ask Chat GPT and just do what it says, or be inspired by what it says and change it slightly. Okay, let me just stop sharing. If you weren't familiar with Chat GPT before, Megan, you're using Chat GPT while watching this. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, let me just... So these are, in fact, what I'll do is I'll just show you all those quotes so I could share these slides with you. That's what, if anybody wants me to share the slides, you're interested in any of the text that I've used here, then I'm happy to do that. And you could just copy and paste anything that you need. ChatGPT. So as I've said, the key is to refine. So the first thing that it produces might not be great, and just be cautious of just taking the very first thing it does. I would take what it says and then I would go, okay, if I were to slightly rewrite this in my own words, in my own tone, in my own language, then what would it say? And I would take out all the elevate and the flowery language, because that isn't me. It might be you. You might go, gosh, that's exactly how I sounded. That might be perfect for you. But I would just say, word of caution, it is amazing, like amazing to help you in your small business, but you do need to tweak it a little bit. How can you use it? So there are this, I mean, this is not like an exhaustive list. You can use it for order processing. So if you have a product-based business, you can use it to generate emails. You can use it for feedback collection. You can use it to generate an email or a message that you can send to customers to ask them to give you feedback. You can use it for branding ideas. Again, just brainstorming, competitor analysis. You can ask it to analyze some of your competitors and have a look at, so be really clear with it, not to copy, but to be inspired and look at, well, what is everybody else doing in this particular field? What might be a trending thing, a trend that I could jump onto? You can use it for customer service. It can create, particularly if you're dealing with maybe a customer complaint, it takes, there's no emotion in an AI. So you could go, the customer has said this, I want to reply in a very professional way. Tell it and it'll come up with something that's just 100 times better than you can do in the emotion of the moment. Drafting emails, content creation, we've talked about, market research, product descriptions. It can create a business plan for you. Again, you need to tell it all the information, but it can create a structured business plan. It can create tutorials. So say you wanted to show someone how to clean your jewelry. You could ask it to come up with, well, what would step 1 be? What would step 2 be? And you could create something that you could give to your customers if you had a jewelry business, as an example. Advertising copy for, paid advertising, sales pages for your website. Again, you can say to it, I want you to use a specific framework, a specific formula. The more information that you have given ChatGPT, the better that sales page is going to be. You can use it to find SEO key terms and give you advice on how to improve your search engine optimization of your website, for example. You can use it for survey analysis. It can, well, the paid version now, you can upload a file and it can look through it and give you a summary of what, I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Like, I've been uploading files and going, give me a 500 word summary of this, and it does, like, amazing. Translation, if you need to translate from one language to another, if you want to apply for a grant, like, I would never apply for a grant now without using ChatGPT, because you can go, this is what the grant is, this is the context, this is all the information that they have given, this is the criteria they are looking for, this is question 1 and it has to be answered in 200 words, and this is all the information about me. And it'll come up with something that, again, check the wording so it's not obviously ChatGPT, but just phenomenal. discount and promotion ideas. You know, if you're just thinking, right, I need to do something different in my business, it's you can go again, just use it like your invisible friend. Like, what should I do? What's, you know, what would be the kind of brainstorming going on here? You can use it to develop internal processes. Now, you should be like documenting everything that you do, because ultimately you want to be offloading some of the things that you do in your business to somebody else once your business becomes successful enough. But writing processes doesn't tend to be people's favorite thing to do. So you can use it to develop internal processes. You can ask it to motivate you. It's just like your invisible friend. So you can go, I'm feeling a bit meh today in my business. Motivate me and see what it comes up with. And you can use it for planning masterclasses like this. When I went to see Stephen Bartlett last month before, not only did I meet him, but I saw his event. I don't know if anybody else on here went to see. He did an event that toured around the country. And one of the things that he said, so I'm going to come back to some of the other things that he said in the last session of the day, but one of the things that he said during that really struck me is, so he was talking to people who worked in corporate businesses, and he said, if you don't have a head of AI, if you've got a director of finance and a head of HR and a director of L&D, but you don't have a director of AI, your business isn't going to be about in 10 years. Like, this man knows what he's talking about. So in terms of small businesses, it's not an option. It's like when the internet was invented and some people said, well, I'll never do that. I love libraries and I love microfiche as a student, and I'm just going to do that. Like, I'm not going to be engaging the internet. That's too scary. It's not going to be a choice. Like, engaging with AI as a business owner is not going to be a choice. It's something that you have to lean into. Like, if you don't lean into it, you're going to be left behind. So you have to, you absolutely have to. And I hope that this session has given you some ideas as to how you can use it in your business as a small business owner. Thank you so much for listening.